Hello everyone. I just wanted to see if you can hear me or see me. So just let me know if you can, please. All good? Okay, all right. Bear with me just for a moment. I'll just make sure that everything is okay. G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thanks for joining me. Hi Tracy, how you going? Is all? I just wanted to make sure that all is good. I can see your thumbs up, so everything is okay, I hope. Okay. Right. Tracy, was that a thumbs up? Just can you just say a yes again if that's okay? Because I think I'm frozen actually. I can see that I'm frozen, but I'm not quite sure. Sound is fine. Picture a bit blurry, but could just could just be my iPad. Nah, it's probably me. It's not you. It's me. So okay, all right. Well, first of all, again, thanks for joining. Now, the last stream that I did, this was last week, I was doing a, I was thinking about skin tones, and I get to see a lot of people commenting, what color should I do for this? What color should I use for that? And last week I was doing the pale skin, and this week I'll be doing the dark skin. So just to let you know, so this is my reference. So this is my pale skin, and this is my dark skin, and that's what we're going to be doing today. And this is my olive skinned, or I don't know, anyway, but I'll be doing her hopefully next week, but I'll be doing the dark skin today. But just to let you know, this is what I did last week, and I probably just used, I did the pale skin, and I only did her face on the live stream, and I decided to finish it all up and just to make it look a bit neat. But the whole exercise was to introduce the fair complexion, and this is the skin tone, my palette that I was using to mix. Okay, and what I was using was the red iron oxide group, which were, let me see if I can get it all here. Here we go. That was this lot here. Red iron oxide shade, the red iron oxide, and the dark, red iron oxide dark. Now I have to say I also used a bit of the, this is burnt umber tint. Now I used that to lighten up this lady here. I used a little bit of white, but it was only white pastel pencil. So what I'll do is, if I can, I might just, maybe I can zoom in. Here we go. very slowly. Now, I know it's a bit blurry, but it's truly, it's not you, it's me. It's I'm just trying to get my picture right as much as I can. So long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. Sound is fine. Okay, so here you go. So I hope you're feeling good, Tracy. What have you been up to, actually? Hopefully a whole heap of art. Anyway, so this is what I did with this lady here. And I used some pastel pencils and other pastels to, for her hair. This was yellow ochre tint. I also used raw umber shade for the darks here, but that was her hair. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So this is the pale skin lady, and I'll just put that away. And today what I'm going to be doing is the dark complexion palette, and it'll be this lady here. So, but what I might do is let you know the colors that I'm going to be using for this. And later on, I did a bit of shopping for art supplies, and what I might do is just show you a little bit later on some of my purchases. It's always bad when I get there because I end up spending too much money, or more money than what I thought. But anyway, so the colors that I'm going to use for the dark complexion lady, let me see. So this is her here, and of course I started off with the eyes because, well, you know, I struggle with the face. If I don't start off with the eyes straight away, I just can't work on the face. Some people work on the skin first. I've tried working without doing the eyes, and I get a bit, I struggle. Gregory says, oh, hi Chrissy, sending a warm hello from St. Louis, Missouri, USA. I really enjoy your work and live streams. Keep up the good work. Way to go. G'day. Mind you, it's 10 o'clock in the evening here in Australia. This is on the eastern side of Australia, so it's a bit of a change. I normally do, I'm normally doing live streams, say about 10 a.m. Australian morning Eastern Standard Time, so there's a lot of people that are probably getting ready for dinner, but this time you're probably getting ready for breakfast. So, but anyway, I'm so happy that you're here as well. Ask me any question. If I can answer it, I will. Okay, so the colors that I'm going to be using for the dark skin lady are, now, here we go. I'll just leave this here so you can see. Okay, this is the dark skinned here is the raw umber group in PanPastels. So what it is, it's raw umber extra dark. Oh goodness, hang on a sec. Okay. Oh, g'day Nanette, how you going? Good morning. Yes, it is morning. It's usually good evening, isn't it? So glad you could pop by. Are you having breakfast? Now this time you're probably not having a glass of wine, but okay. So here we go. Raw umber extra dark, that's one. And the raw umber shade, hopefully you can see that, yep. This is all the group, raw umber. Here we go. Let me see, well there's the raw umber tint, and as you can see I've used quite a bit of that. And I thought, and I was having a look at my reference, and I saw some of the tones, I could see different colors. So we've got violet extra dark, and we've got magenta extra shade, magenta extra dark shade. I don't know. I think that, what is it, shade or is it dark? I'm not sure, but anyway. Well, it says, anyway. And then we've got orange extra dark, and I thought to add orange shade. After the previous live stream, I was having a look at my reference, and she had like tinges of like orange. Good morning, coffee for me. How about you? You know what? You're not going to believe it. When I could be having a glass of wine, I'm not having one. I'm having a glass of water because I've already had a few glasses earlier today. It is Sunday evening after all. Okay, so there is this. Here we go. So now, and before I get stuck into this, I'd really love to show you what I've been shopping. Well, art supply wise. I was just wondering, did you want me to show you before I start? I think I should. Let me know if you'd like me to. Otherwise, I'll get stuck right into the painting. Okay, so I'll put this aside. Yep, fair complexion. And oh yeah, by the way, this is what my palette looked like in the end after I was finished with my fair-skinned lady, which was really interesting. You can see all the how it gradually builds up to all the darks and the lights. Change streams. Oh, did I do something wrong? I must have done something wrong. G'day Wendy, how you going? Did I do something wrong? I've been mucking around with the dials and you know, the different buttons, and I think I did something wrong. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay, yes, people want to see some of my shopping. Okay, I'll show you. Annette says, something was odd. Wendy and I had to look around to find the right stream. You had 4 waiting on the other one and couldn't figure out why you weren't there. I think I did something wrong. I think I did something wrong. Maybe, Wendy, you could let them know that I'm here. I'm not sure. Or Nanette as well. Oh, okay. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. See, me and technology. Problems. Okay, here we go. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks. Okay. First up on the rank here, I went to my art supply shop that I always do, which is just a hop, skip and a jump, and I bought some paper. Surprise, surprise. I'm always buying paper. I can't help it. I'm a paper addict. Okay, paper addict. Okay, first up. Hang on, just let me make sure that I'm not going to do anything bad with my painting here. Blame it on the wine. Chrissy, it's my go-to excuse. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, first up, Bristol. Now this one, I don't know whether I've, okay. This one is a Bristol from my favourite pastel matte people, Clairefontaine. 205 grams or 91 pound. And you know what? It is just, it's beautiful. It is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It is just lovely. You know what? I'm busting to use all of this paper that I've bought. But anyway, but this one, it's an A4 one, and I bought it to try. Of course, it's acid free. It's 20 sheets, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's one. Next one. Okay, here's a drawing paper, again from Clairefontaine, my pastel matte people, and it's 224, 100 pound, and it's just beautiful. It's got oh, here we go. Serious? Oh, look at that. It's got a lovely tooth. It would be just beautiful to draw on. dear drawing grain paper, and what I'm going to do is I'll also put now, by the way, these people aren't sponsoring me, it's just that I just love this shop, and the paper that that I'm buying from them, you don't see it in Australia, and I don't know if you see it in other places other than well, they're French, these people, so I mean, I don't know, you could have a look. Wendy says that'll be an awesome paper for you to try out for our live stream at the end of the month. Nanette says, I love it, Chrissy. I love it when Chrissy goes shopping. Me too. I spend too much money. That's what I do. I spend too much money. Anyway, so that's these two. And again, it's A4. It's fantastic for oh geez, all sorts of things. I mean, it says here, paper with 2 grain on each surfaces for drawing and color. So there's a smooth surface and a nice toothy surface. So that's this two. That's these two. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Again, Clairefontaine. You know, look at this. Clairefontaine, 300 GSM. 140 pound. Wendy says, though I like shopping myself. I know you like shopping, Wendy. I know you do. And of course, this is watercolor paper, and it's hot press, and it's a block. So it's got 20 sheets here, and it says here 26 by 36 centimeters, 100% cotton, acid free, of course. And again, oh, this is just lovely. Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. And it's a block. So here you go. Fantastic. Not quite sure if you've seen this one. I've had this one for a while, but I don't think I've actually shown it. Again, this is St. Cuthbert's Mill, a British, this one's a British, I think it's a British paper, hot press. Again, it's a block. 100% cotton, acid-free, 300 GSM. Again, it would be fantastic for you know, color pencil, of course watercolor, but just, you know, just wonderful to work on. So there's that. Are you planning on doing some watercolor? That's a very good question. I'm always planning on doing watercolor. The only problem is when am I going to do it? But I always find time. I always do. Just even if I'm just playing. But definitely. Okay. Now here's something. There's more. Okay. Now I don't know. Here we go. This is so large. I'm going to have to do this. It is UArt paper, charcoal. It's black. It's black UArt 800, and I'll take a sheet out. And I mean, with UArt you get that lovely beige color, or that lovely pastel color. Oh, g'day Jeff, how you going? Everyone, hope I'm on the right stream. Yes, you are. I'm so sorry. It's not you, it's me. So sorry. Look at this one. This is UArt. It's black or charcoal. Look at this. And it's 800, and it comes in all the other grades as well. And in this pack that I've purchased, there are sheets. Here we go. There are sheets. It's, let me see, 10 sheets to a pack. Here we go. Can you see that? It's fantastic. I just can't wait to, I mean, look at that too. I don't know if you can see. $80 Australian, expensive. G'day Wendy, must be live. Yes, okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did. I think I clicked something which I think I shouldn't have clicked. Anyway, So there's that. Now, oh dear. Before I go any further, I had a few questions. And I also bought some pastel matte paper. But I had a few questions about people saying, you know, like you're always using blue paper for pastel matte. And the reason why is because, as you can see, when you're doing skin tones, you're able to judge. You like clicking and pushing buttons. I know, and then I destroy everything. I have my settings and I destroy them all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so that's the reason why there's blue, but green also does the same thing. So what I wanted to show is, I just wanted to show, because people did ask me, and this is the blue one. This is the blue pastel matte. Now there are 4 different colors, and I end up using the dark blue from this pad, and then sometimes I'll use the wine colored one, which is also very good for when you're doing skin colors. Let me see if I can get to it, or maybe I've used it. I've probably used it. That's okay. I've used it, but that's the blue one, right? And then I also use the green one, because actually this is probably better value, because the green and the dark blue are the ones which are perfect for skin tones and for animals. So just wanted to show you the green. See, that's the green one. See, with my hand, see, as you can see, perfect for skin tones. So I think I've taken all the blue out of this one, and then and that's the green one. So that's that one. So I do get that, perfect for skin tones. And this one is Xrissart, which is all charcoal grey. Here we go. Now I heard that some people were complaining about the pastel matte was a bit blotchy, but I mean, you're going to cover it, aren't you, mostly? And I think it was just an inconsistency with probably the spraying of the color. So I mean, it doesn't well, this batch seems to be okay, so I'm actually quite fine with it, I can see. But yeah, how good is that? So that is Xrissart, and as you can see, that's number 6. Here we go, number 6. Yeah, here we go, number 6 again. But this one is 30 by 40 centimeters, and this one is 24 by 30 centimeters. So if you're doing some small, you know, small pastel paintings, this is fantastic. I mean, you could always cut the A3 ones as well, but that's okay. Irish Dwarf Designs. Hey, Chrissy, just wanted to stop in and say hi. G'day, how you going? Have fun on your stream. I'm going to go to do some work. Well, thank you for popping by. It's so nice to see you. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so that's this paper. And then, you know, have I gone nuts? Have I gone nuts in paper? Tell me, please tell me I've gone nuts. I'm sure I've gone nuts. And of course, this is the, again, pastel matte, but there are different shades. So if you're doing maybe colour pencil work and you wanted the lighter shades, here we go. Can you see my obsession with this paper? Yeah, not so bad on the, this is probably okay, maybe for skin tones. I'm not quite sure about that. He thinks he needs to go to work or something. He's been slacking lately. Oh, hang on, that's Tim. Tim. It's okay. The penny drop, mate. The penny drop. Hang on a sec. It's Sunday for you. Why are you working? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I have that. Oh, you have that one, do you? Yeah, no, that's really good. I love these. So, all right. So, I'll just, well, these are my paper towels. These are my paper towels, which I'm going to need for sure. And I've also got glassine paper. And I thought I would just, yeah, just finish her off just a little bit. No great detail here. I just didn't want to leave her with a face and no hair. So obviously my hands aren't, I mean, they're okay, but they're not that fantastic. You know, she hasn't got any fingernails, so how about that? Nanette says, don't ever go into digital art, Chrissy. Well, that's right, because I need to use the paper. Although digital art, I've been thinking about that as well. Which art store again? Which art store? I go to Adamstown Art Supplies, or they're called Soft Pastels Australia, and I'll put a link. They're on the east coast of Australia, in New South Wales. In fact, close to Newcastle, which is only a hop, skip and a jump. Could you imagine? I just go in there. That's how close, because I actually work. I work close by, not that far away. And they send internationally and nationally, and they've got some fantastic papers. Oh, look, I mean, I haven't even skimmed the surface. I'm just, you know, whatever my wallet can handle, I think, at the moment. Wendy says he's prepping pens, then painting his miniatures. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, yes, that's wonderful. For all of those watching Irish Dwarf Designs, his name is Tim. And it's Wendy's husband, actually, and he actually makes wonderful pens. They're beautiful, all sorts of things. I should actually put his website as well, seeing as I'm talking about it. I'll put his website where you can actually purchase some. I have, and they're really fantastic. A bottle stopper. What else? Wine. Nanette says, at least she doesn't have a monkey hand. I know. You know what? Every time I do hands, Nanette, I swear to you, every time I do hands, I think of you, and I'm thinking, I just can't have Nanette saying that my hands look like monkey hands. Oh, g'day, Deidre. Thank you so much for showing the different papers and colours. It was so helpful. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, right, back to business. Oh, sorry, and before I go, I just got to mention some of the art supplies that I've got that I'll be using. I did mention the PanPastels that I'll be using. So what I'll do is, what I might do is I'll put, because I want you to see what I'm doing. Okay, let's just put a glassine over this lady here so I don't ruin what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my pans here so you can see, if you can see what I'm doing. There's the violets and the magentas, maybe. Oh, anyway, there's the magenta, and so I'm going to put these close by because I want you to see what I'm doing, and I want you to see that I've got this palette. Now look, how good is this glassine paper? I'm going to put this over her, and my drawing is not going to ruin at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here so you can see, and I might actually zoom in a little bit. Hands and hair. Yes, my favorite, hands and hair. I'm not that fantastic at hair, and I'm not that fantastic at hands. But I'm practicing. I'm determined. You know that. Okay. All right. So, okay. Apart from the PanPastels, I've got pastel pencils. All the brands, not all the brands. I use Conti's, Stabella Carbothello. I use Faber-Castell Pit, and I also use, which is one of my most favourite, and that is Bruinzeel, and they're from Holland. They're gorgeous. Not only do they sharpen well, the wood, for some reason, I don't know what it is, they sharpen really well as well. So there's that. What else can I show you? My sharpener. Oh, and I've got my cheapy sharpener. Don't you worry. Look at that. There we go. Which I use mostly. And I use that. What else can I show you? Whoops. What else can I show you? I think that's about it. Right? And what I was doing, I was practicing. I was practicing in trying to get the tones of this lady. I might zoom in if maybe I'll just zoom in a little bit. So there's all sorts of colours going on here. There's the violets, there's this, raw umber, extra dark. All of these are making these lovely colours. So we'll see how we go. Okay, all right. And oh yes, sorry. And my brushes, which I've got a few of here. I'll be using mostly these brushes, and I do have some soft tool applicators that I'll be using, but I can see myself using mostly the brushes. Don't forget the occasional Derwent. Ah, yes, that's right. That's right, and I do use the Derwents. Here we go. Yeah, and I use the Derwent because more the colour than anything else. Not so much. Yeah, it's more that they've got the different colours, and I end up having to use them because of that. Yeah. So here we go. So what I'll do is, okay, I'll zoom out so you can see. Okay. All right. Oh, glasses, so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. And I'll record. I just want to record. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I'll get my reference photo up as well. Here we go. Okay, so what can I tell you and what's been happening since the last time I was here with you? To be honest, really nothing much. Nothing much. Just thinking about, finishing. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. I managed to finish my my mermaid painting, and I've uploaded that as well. Now I know what mermaid means is. It's just posting. Oh, it's a mermaid theme, of course, but then posting one picture every day, or one painting, or one drawing every day. I just couldn't get there, but I thought, you know what, might as well just do one of them. And I was inspired by mermaids, so I ended up doing that as well, and I just loved it. I just loved it. You're making me nervous with the uncovered lady's eyes. This one. This one here, oh, this one here you mean. Yeah, she looks a bit, how about that? You can see more of her face. How about that? There we go. Is that better? You finished the mermaid project. Yes. No, the finished one. The finished one. Yeah, I finished that one. That's right, yeah. No, hang on. I'm not sure. No, you should cover it so you don't ruin it. Oh, you mean this lady? Oh, okay. All right. I shall cover her up. How about that? That's better, isn't it? That way. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's better, isn't it? No, okay. All right. Okay, she's covered. All right. Well, yeah, you know, no doubt I'll probably do something bad. And so now what I'm doing here, is I'm grabbing. Now, I do apologize if this is a bit blurry. I'm going to see if I can get better equipment so it's not so blurry. Okay, so at the moment I'm just mixing burnt umber extra dark and burnt umber shade. Okay, and this is what I was trying to say before, is that sometimes, you know what, you don't need to buy the full set, because to buy a whole heap of pan pastels, yeah, you've got to, you know, it does get a bit expensive. I've got to say, I bought mine bit by bit, and I don't have, I think, all of them. I think I'm missing a few, but it's not that bad. You can actually mix. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to get a whole set. So if you're doing a portrait on a particular type of skin tone for someone, you can just buy a handful of them, you see, and you can mix, which is what I do a lot. And as you can see, I'm mixing, as you would, a water palette, acrylic paints, oil paints. Now you can't see the different tones, but I can tell you now, there are differences. And because this gorgeous dark skinned woman, she's just absolutely stunning. I can see purples and violets in her skin, so I'm actually going to mix some of that as well. And magentas, I can see magentas in there. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's a bit hard to see on the blue paper, I think, probably. It's not until, I think, when I start to go into the highlights that you'll probably start to see all of that. Maybe I should just, what about if I zoom in? That might help. That might help. How about that? Yes, that looks like it might be okay. Oh, g'day Amanda, how are you? Yay, I have made it, and I brought those brushes from Priceline since I'm new to PanPastels, and I managed to murder my pan brushes by being too rough. Ha! Oh my goodness. Wendy says, wait, you don't have all of the PanPastels? Oh my God. What has Chrissy's will come to? Nanette says, don't manhandle your brushes. That's right. Well, you got to be a bit gentle, of course, you know. Okay, you got to be gentle, but they work. I promise you that they work, because I've done a whole heap of huge paintings with just these alone, and you know what, not even a bristle, nothing has come away I have not lost anything. And see on the other side, nothing has come away. You can wash them with warm water, detergent, and I use the other side to blend. So how about that? So but you just, they mainly work on pan pastel paper. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I make that point clear, is that it mainly works. I mean, and it would on UArt, but on I think on Xrissart paper it does, but I don't think that you'll get the same effect that you would doing this. Now I'm applying heaps of layers. It's like almost like a colouring in pencil, almost. But just a little bit faster. Yeah. Amanda says, yep, learned that the hard way. I'll know better next time. Okay. All right. Priceline. If you said, the penny just dropped. Priceline. Oh, so then you're from Australia, Amanda. Oh yes, you commented on one of my paintings. You mentioned, because I mentioned there was the challenge in June. Oh my gosh, it's just slipped my mind. And apparently you mentioned that it's on the whole year. I didn't realize. When I went onto the website, I just saw June. What was that? The name escapes me. I said it. Now can't think of it at the moment. Yes, I do live in Australia. Oh, wonderful. Whereabouts? Okay. Now, you know that there's an ugly stage with this. And this is extremely ugly, actually, when I think about it. But as you can see, this is all I'm doing. What can I say? What happened today? I had, what else happened? Oh, yeah, today we had a few people come over, and I thought to myself, oh, well, but I thought I'd change the live, just for this time, I just wanted to change the time for live stream, just changing it up. Maybe you're probably either sitting, having your breakfast, or having dinner or supper, as we call it here in Australia. What time is it in Australia? Okay, it's 10 to 11 in the evening. How about that? 10:46. Exactly. Oh, Sunday. Oh, Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday. What's this, your night owls? Well, actually, you know what? I am a night owl. This is me a lot of the time during the week. I actually spend a lot of time in the evenings here in my studio. Normally with probably a nice glass of wine, or what I'm actually also going to introduce with this lady is, I'm thinking also is to introduce a red iron oxide extra dark. I'm actually going to introduce this one as well with her, only because this type of skin, she's also got some warm tones, so I can see that. I'm 2 hours behind on the other side of Australia. Oh, that means, that's Tracy says. Oh, Tracy, where would you be? Would you be in South Australia or would you be in WA? And Jeff goes, 8:46 here in the better part of Australia. Is that right, Jeff? Is that right? Yeah, okay. Okay, as you can see, I am mixing. And that's all it is. And at the moment with these sorts of colours, I'm not muddying them, so which is okay. Wendy says, Mum said it looks like a reindeer. Yeah, it does too, doesn't it? Well, that was because I started to do her hair, you know, and then I thought, oh, and then I started, and then I thought, oh, then the live stream started, so I thought, oh, I better wait. Sure it is, says Jeff. Okay. Yeah, so, and as you can see, these brushes are taking quite a bit of a beating, so have to excuse me for a minute. I just want a glass of water. It is water, by the way. Can you believe it? Okay. Okay. So, yes, and oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to bring up. One of our art friends, Anne from Fine Art, she posted something which I'm actually going to respond to, and I wanted to bring this up here. Is that she works full time and she's into all of this graphics stuff, and you know she gets burnt out so much that she wants to do art, but she struggles. By the time she comes home, she's just so exhausted and drained from being creative at work. And she also mentioned that for people that do this full time, you know, do you find that you get burnt out? And I thought, well, that's interesting. I don't do anything creative at work. I mean, my work is mainly on the admin side. But if I've had a busy day, I actually usually, I get burnt out, and I struggle sometimes to, because I want to do so much. I want to do art so much that I struggle. And I just wanted to know that, do you guys have that problem as well? Like if, I mean, oh, g'day Shannon, how you going? I went, hello Shiny, I went to watch MasterChef, but I had YouTube on TV already, and hey, it's you instead, so I'm watching Chrissy, not MasterChef. Chrissy better than MasterChef anyway. Yeah, no dramatic ad breaks for 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. You know what? I forgot to press record. I did all of this and I forgot to press it. 2 secs. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Are we having sex again? Yeah, 2 seconds. It's the way we say it. 2 secs. It's no 2 S-E-C-S. Wendy, I'm clarifying, okay? I'm clarifying. I'm not being obnoxious. It's the way we talk, you know, it's the way we talk. I only watch most to after, so I can speed through the ads. Takes up too much time of your life anyway. Okay, fine. Says hello Shiny. Okay, all right. Oh wow, doesn't she look weird? She does look like a reindeer. Oh, sorry. She does look like a reindeer. Okay. All right. Is this music bothering you guys? Except I'm in Australia and I don't even get 1 sec. See? 1 sec. 1 sec. 2 secs? 1 sec. Okay. Oh, this reminds me of the deer I did a long time ago. Don't you think? It looked weird. She's looking weird. But I promise you, it'll all come out okay in the end. Okay. I'm just putting a bit of red iron oxide and burnt umber extra dark. Sorry, these two. This is what I'm mixing, these two. Music is good, okay. So what have you, I hope your week has all gone fine, you guys. What have you been up to? Anything exciting? Anything that you'd like to share? It doesn't have to be art. It could be personal. That's if you wanted to share. That's okay. Right. So as you can see, like, just it is a slow process. But I'm getting control. I'm getting the control that I want. Let me see if I've got more light here. Can I put more light on here? Here we go. Maybe. Not sure. Okay. Just so you can see, they're the colours. I think the more I look at her, this is for highlights, orange tint. I just need to, although where I put the darks are, I need to put some lights. And I'm mixing it with raw umber, again, tint. I'm going to be using my little brush soon, my teeny weeny one, which I love so much. That gets me out of trouble. Oh goodness, she looks scary. I haven't turned on the computer almost 2 weeks now. Oh my goodness. And Hello Shiny says, last few months of art from Lisa's Facebook page challenges, Anne's really stood out, like really good. Yeah, always. Anne's got just some gorgeous pieces of work. I just love her paintings. You mean Anne from Fine Art Anne? I'm pretty sure that's who you mean. So as you can see, it's a real slow process. Some people, when they use pastel mat and they put pastels on their paintings, they go, oh well, it doesn't blend so well sometimes when they apply their pastels. But what I think happens is that it sticks, and that's why it sticks. And I think that's why it allows so many layers, because of that. Here we go. Oh, she's got all sorts of colours going on here. There we go. Yeah, so this is what I was saying before. Like, I mean, you know, do you get burnt out? If you're constantly, for example, if any of you guys are in the chat that have got a full-time job, do you struggle to create art? Are you too tired to be creative when you come home? I find that when I'm not creative, I'm still exhausted actually when I come home. Yeah. Yeah, Fine Art Anne says, hello Shiny. Then I like, then I was like, oh jealous. I should post something and be on Lisa's video for next time. Then next minute one of mine showed up. That was funny. I totally forgot I posted anything. Oh, well, there you go. That's fantastic. Wendy says, even without a full-time job, I get that way anyway, so it doesn't matter. The only difference is when I did work, I long to do more stuff and still don't. Yeah. And that's what I think. I mean, I struggle because I struggle. I struggle sometimes. Sometimes, you know, all the energy is sapped out of you. Okay. I'm going to have to do more of her eyes because she's looking at me like this funny, and she's probably and it just looks weird. It just looks weird. I'll do a bit of a nose. And at the moment I'm just mixing Burnt Umber Extra Dark and Red Iron Oxide Extra Dark. Oh, g'day Steve, how you going? Hi all, sorry I'm late, just woke up and made coffee, turned on PC and surprise. Here you are, best way to start my morning. Thanks for popping by, good on ya. Good on ya. Yeah, no, it's morning this time, isn't it? For you guys over there. And of course, you know, here in Australia, it's evening. Okay. So, what I might do here, I'm just having a really good look at my reference here. And using Carbothellos. And I'm going to touch this up quite a lot. Jeff goes, oh yeah. Wendy says, yes, Chrissy, you should be sleeping right now. Yes, I've got work tomorrow, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. But that's all right. I enjoy this. I actually love this. I actually get, if I haven't done some art, I actually get really upset with myself. Now this is going to change a lot, so don't get a shock. I actually did once. Hello Shiny says, it's nice to have the choice to be able to draw or not. When I've worked, I often felt crap. I didn't have time to draw, but when I've not worked, I've often felt worse because I wasted the time I did get. Who all thinks Chrissy should? Oh goodness, we're on that one, aren't we? No holiday on your side of Australia tomorrow. No. Wendy says, see, Chrissy, and it wasn't me mentioning Patreon. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the thing. You know what? That's a very good thing. Look, thank you for bringing that up. Don't think for a minute that I haven't thought of starting a Patreon page. I would love to start a Patreon page. But how do I put it? I want to give the best possible service that I can, and I want to give my undivided attention to my Patreons. After all, they're paying for a service. And if I think that I can't keep up with it, then I would get upset. And that's the thing. And because Steve, I know you mentioned it as well, and I know that there are ways to set up Patreon. Wendy has mentioned it. Well, now that you're making me think about it, because it was a thought, but not even on the cards, because I thought I just want to deliver the best possible service that I can to everyone who supports it. But you never know, I might actually do one next year. I found a good use for my Derwent colour softs tonight. When sketching live and in a hurry, they are good for rich flat colour. They are. Some people don't like them, but I don't mind them. I don't mind the Derwents, the colour soft, but there are some people that actually do think, it's a bit, how you going? Okay, what I'm doing here with this pastel pencil is there's a whole heap of shades here. Yeah, so Patreon. Alright. I might, you know what? I want to. I truly do. Truly I do. But for me it's just giving the best possible service that I can. Annette said, there's a lot of there can't talk. There's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Yeah. It's just that I just want to make sure that I do the right thing by everyone. I don't want to, yeah. And you have to be consistent. And that's the thing. If you're not going to be consistent, then I think it's a total waste of time. Okay. She is dark, isn't she? Here, she's just Okay. Okay. What I'm using is orange tint and burnt raw umber tint. And the reason why I like using raw umber tint, it desaturates. It's not so saturated. Just doing these highlights here so I know where they are, so I won't lose my place. And here we go. So mixing, see, there's so much you can do. For detail, Hello Shiny says, for detail they are crap, but I now think they are my go-to pencils for sketching out. Wonderful. Words are hard all the time. Actually, the words are in there, they just don't come out quick enough. Don't worry about quality, Chrissy. Just be the $2 shop, but secretly be better. I mean, look at Country Road. Still expensive, but the fabrics are crap and are all made in China, so who cares? Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Country Road, that's a very that's an expensive label here in Australia. Hang on a sec. Here we go. Steve, Wendy says no vocabulary vomit for Chrissy. Steve says next year. That's a long time away. Here's the thing: there are many of us that would benefit from you doing so. As being consistent, it isn't much different from what you are doing. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll do one. Wendy says, just war in your head and paintball guns splattering the words on the walls. Oh dear, oh dear. All right. Well, you know what, Steve? When you put it that way, obviously I want to share what I find out. Is it raining at Chrissy's house? It's raining here. Yes, it was raining. Nanette says, you might earn enough on Patreon to support your paper habit. Now, there's a thought. You never know. All right. Wendy's been trying to convince me. She's been trying to convince me to do it. Yeah. Yes, my paper habit. That is such a habit. Okay, so what if we're if we're talking Patreon then? Oh, here we go. If we're talking Patreon, what are some of the things that you'd like for me to teach, or not teach, but for you to see that I do? Which is interesting. Is it just pastel? Wendy says, I think more of an addiction than a habit. Paper, yes, it's an addiction. Honestly, I go into this shop and I go, what paper have you got? It's almost like a drug deal, isn't it? What paper have you got? Jeff says, only when you are ready, Chrissy. Yeah. 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 I guess I could. Now I know this doesn't look like much at the moment, but I promise you it will in the end. I think once the hair goes in, I think that'll be the... Yep. Yep. It might be nice to have some challenges. Yes. Yes. Says Nanette. Yeah. We all just want to watch you get drunk at 11:45 a.m. No, anything is fine. Patreon is more soft entertainment than really learning anything, connections, and a kick to start drawing while watching. Okay, that's fine by me too. Oh. Okay. All right. So let me see. What are you looking at? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do her lips because she's looking at me with those lips and it's all not no, I'm not comfortable with that at the moment. So I'm using my sharpener again. Now I've got two, as you know. This one and this one. I'm going to use my cheapy one, which has got a very good blade. Steve says, I really want to get in with pastels and I do want to be proficient. I'd like to do animals like dogs. Patreon would help avoid the high cost of trial and error on materials. Okay. Yeah. Animals. Oh, hang on a sec. I've got to get my my vacuum cleaner. Now, can I just say, this is the lesser of two evils, okay? And I'll explain why. Now, people will say this is bad. And yes, I agree. It is just as bad as blowing your pastel, because the vacuum cleaner, the filter, the very fine powder comes through that filter and into the air. But tell me, which one is worse, blowing or, I know that you can tap, I know all of that, but the way I'm doing it now, I can't do that. So Wendy says, I think critique and feedback on individual art pieces. Limit this tier to 5 to 7 Patreons, depending upon how many you can handle. This should be your top tier. And it says, I'd like to see you struggle with watercolor. Oh, what about struggling with everything else that I do? One thing I love about you is that you show the good as well as the bad, and how you correct things that seem impossible. Oh, thank you so much, Nanette. That's such a nice thing for you to say. That's actually a very nice thing for you to say. Yeah, I mean, I do show my struggles. I can't help it. They're public. That's the thing. Although I know what I think you mean, Nanette. There was a video that I had done a while back on some hands. That's why Nanette calls them monkey hands. And I showed you how bad it looked. It just looked bad. And then what I did was I walked away. I was struggling with it, and I made sure that I corrected it. And I think that's what you mean, Annette, I think. Hello, Shiny says, nah, take on everyone and make more money. I have, but you see, that's the thing. It's not so much, I mean, of course it's, look, money is by the by. I mean, why else would you do Patreon? Tell me. I understand that. I get that. But I think it's more, I just want to give value. I think it has to be value adding. Whatever I do, it has to be value adding. And Steve says, Nanette says, your husband came up with the term, that's right, he did, monkey hand. And I'm not quite sure what you, yeah, that's right, he did. Very good memory, Nanette, very good memory. You did come up with the term monkey hands. I can't remember what you said about the monkey hands, oh, well, the hands. Hello, Shiny says, cool, USB powered mini vacuum tool. That's for keyboards. I thought it would be good for my sewing machine, but I think when I do my pastels, it could be good. Well, you know, I don't know. Do you want to blow? What do you want to do? Tap? You could tap. I've done that. I've made myself a little makeshift pastel catcher, so that's fine. Hello, Shiny says, if you make money, you will be happy and make the content to make it worthwhile. Yes. Yeah, I called it ugly hand. Yes, you did, now that I think of it. I thought it was kind of. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look, I'll never forget that. Oh, my gosh. What about the deer? Remember that deer that I did that you guys were giving me heaps on? Hello, Shiny. Yeehaw, Nanette. I reckon one tier is kind of cool. If I ever did it, I reckon I'd maybe do that. Amanda says, can you show us how you edit your videos and set up? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Can you show us how you... Yes, I can. That's one of my favorite things. I tell you what, when it comes to editing videos, you know what? It takes me almost just as long to edit a video as it does to paint it. No kidding. Because a few things, but I might even do a video. Did you want me to do a video on what I do? That might be something. I could do a video of what I do. Yeah. Yeah, so the program that I use is Camtasia version 9. It is one that you don't, it's not Adobe at the moment, although I want to get Adobe, but I want to get really good at, I wanted to get really good at the software and what it can do. Because oh, hang on a sec. What am I doing? Because when I started doing videos to begin with, I was using Microsoft Movie Maker. That's how I started. Because I didn't know, I thought, well, just let me experiment. And it was free at the time, because I think now you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. Anyway, at the time, I started off with Movie Maker, and then I decided I got really good at using that, and I wanted to do a whole heap more. And I wanted to eventually go into Adobe. But I thought it might be a bit too advanced for me before I do that. And then, so I decided to investigate on some software. And I found Camtasia. And it's one that you don't have to, it's not a subscription. It was about $200. And that's it. That's all you do. Although you are, and it does everything that you want, which I think, I mean, not everything, but it's good. It's a good platform to get onto after, before you go onto Adobe if you want, because that's one of the best software programs that you can use. I mean, there's a lot of people that use so many other things, but Amanda says, yes, please, that'd be great. Okay, I'll do that. Like wheels. Maybe 2 tiers is good, but more than that is just annoying. Okay. Oh, so you guys are deciding what I should do? That's good, because I'll have to investigate that. Yeah, so, and of course, you know, you can put music to it, but I could have done that, and I did that with Movie Maker as well. But now with Camtasia, you can do so many more things with that. Yeah. And my camera setup too, I think you mentioned as well. Yeah. I have a webcam, which I'm looking into you guys right now, and I have a camera which is looking at my work, and you need a video capture card depending on what cameras you're using. I'm using a video camera, so therefore you need a video capture card. If you've got a webcam, you don't need that. And you need programs like OBS, which I've actually only just got into. In fact, I was almost told to do it. And I'm glad I'm doing it. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's when I say the video editing. Well, that's the live streaming that I'm doing, but not the actual. I'm not using Camtasia for my video editing. Yeah. Well, that's right. Wendy was saying, I think I'm starting, sorry, hang on a sec. Hello Shiny says, I'm still trying to watch, but there's a sheep in my kitchen. He's got his head in the pantry and he's got evil in his eyes. You know what? I've seen what where your animals live, and they're in and out of the house. How do you do it? How do you do it? What kind of sheep? Truly, Nanette, if you have a look on Facebook, if you ever see any of Hello Shiny's posts, she's got animals everywhere. Fantastic. Asking because I'm a spinner. Oh, spinning wool, you mean? Nanette, a woman with many talents. Oh my goodness, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. Steve says, after Wendy explained it, I agree. Set it up like Will's. It works for him, so why not do what has proven to be workable? Then again, that is his job and doesn't have to leave the house. Okay. Yes, I'm not on Facebook. Oh, okay. And yes, I spin wool. That's fantastic. Look up Louis the sheep on Facebook. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, that's a good idea. Let me think about. I'll think of how to best serve people. Now you're going to make me really think about it, and I'll probably do it. I'll just plan it. Okay, I'm using my little brush. Look how tiny this is. This is just super tiny. Now the reason, her lips are not going to be like this. It's just that I needed to do that. So, I don't know if you can actually see it properly. I don't think you can. I hate tears. Okay. Wendy says, Steve, Lisa Sheldine, Jason Morgan, Christy Partridge all have tears. Okay. Hello Shiny says, we let him be a promo model last week at a fancy wool shop. Wow, this is your sheep. They released an all-Australian made wool, and Louis was out front, and we gave kids bags of real wool to play with and go home and wash. That's wonderful. Tears are good on wedding cakes. Not that you could pay me to go to a wedding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yep, they do. And I also understand why now. Nanette, the lower tiers are really not missing out. You still get all the teaching and all the access to all the videos. Yes. And Nanette is asking, is he a Corriedale? I've spun Australian Corrie and it's lovely. Oh my goodness. Nanette, sketchbooks, drawing, all these wonderful things, spinning wool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on a sec. Now, these pastels, when you use brushes, they do make your pan dusty. Yes, they do. But I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Especially when I'm achieving the results that I want, you see. I haven't even mentioned my pole dancing. A woman of many talents. My goodness. Is that before the wine or after the wine? I'm sure it's after the wine for sure. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Hello, Shiny. The shop is called Flax and Mulberry. Louis isn't a fancy wool sheep. He's a border Leicester Merino. He's huge. I bet his fleece is beautiful, says Nanette. Louis the sheep just ate a whole front pants pattern piece. He's out of here now. Oh my gosh. Oh dear, oh dear. Funny. Oh dear, oh dear. And when you use the brush, the more layers of pan pastel you put down, the better it is. It's a bit like coloured pencil. You've got to put a few layers before you can start to move the pastel around. I just spit out my coffee. Oh, jeez. Ah, so funny. Oh yeah, Nanette. Hello, Shiny's animals, and she's got goats. I'm sure there are goats. There are goats for sure. Louis has instant pom-poms on him. Just plucked and stick it on your beanie. That's right, says Tracy. Okay. What I'm mixing here is red iron extra dark, and I'm mixing red iron extra dark tint for some of the highlights here now. Because it's more on the pinky side, like the pinky purple, here we go, and mixing in with the purple. One goat, okay, one goat, says hello Shiny. Yes, the wool shop made him the pom-poms. He wears them heaps now, just one at a time on his bum, like a cottontail bunny. I want to go to one of those tiny ones, says Nanette. And hello Shiny says, I want a tiny goat to give to my big goat. Oh dear. Animals are hard work, aren't they? They're just like people. So, I'm using orange shade to mix as well here. Yeah. Well, in Australia, lamb or sheep, that's one of our biggest exports. Wool, one of anyway. I'm using the tint, raw umber tint for my highlights. Very rarely will I use white. Okay, that's a bit too yellow, so what I'll do is my kneaded eraser. Just comes off very easy. And it doesn't hurt the tooth of the paper, which is fantastic. I've lifted a whole hand with it. I mean, not a human hand, but a pastel hand with this. Very much, it's very doable. Here we go. So, oh. So if you wanted to desaturate any colours, always use the umbers. They're fantastic for desaturating, particularly this one. Most definite. So, oh, here's something. Probably, I just wanted you all to know that towards the end of June, next month, Wendy and I will be live streaming together. We haven't sort of set a date, but what am I saying? It is June. In June, probably. Towards the end of June, I would say, closer to the end of June, Wendy and I will be live streaming together. So, and I'll let you guys know, and hopefully I'll get the stream right this time. You know, hit and miss, I think, with me sometimes. Steve says, let's all say hi to Chrissy again and watch her get all excited and happy. I just get a kick out of her reaction when people say hi to her. So I'll go first. Hi again. G'day, Steve. How you going? I'm so happy that you popped by. How's that? Oh, gosh. Oh, g'day, Lady Marigold. Nice to see you here. There you go, Steve. Hi all, Sunday morning here, so just waking up. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, there you go, Steve. It happened. Oh my gosh. Serious. Oh dear. Oh, Lady Marigold, when you say Sunday morning, does that mean, are you in the UK? Not sure. Where are you from? Hello Shiny says, I only get a small amount, just play with it. I don't have time to craft with Louis' wool, though we give some to the wildlife rescue people for rehoming possums. Oh, wonderful. Just like magic, Lady Mary got pop in. Oh my gosh. No, in Canada. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Not too far from Niagara Falls. You're kidding me. Do you get wet all the time? In wonderful wine country. Oh my goodness. Oh, you'll have to tell me, what kind of wine do you like? Red or white? And what kind? Oh, that's wonderful, because I live in wine country as well. Well, a hop, skip and a jump away. That's wonderful. Well, there you go, Steve. There you go. Oh, looks so funny. You guys crack me up. So funny. Okay, now I've got to fix her nose because it's looking a bit wonky, okay? There we go. Okay. Here we go. I live in wine country. In wine country. I'm down here in Texas, and Niagara Falls is on my bucket list. Well, there you go. Wendy says, is there anything that's not a hop, skip and a jump for Chrissy? Oh, Wendy, you catch all my little isms, don't you? All my Chrissy isms, you catch them all. So funny, so funny, so funny. Hang on, I'll just drink some water. Hang on a sec. Ah dear, funny as. You see, hello Shiny actually doesn't live far away from the Hunter Valley. Is that correct? Aussie-isms. Is that? They are Aussie-isms. That's right. Oh gosh. Very funny. So funny. Okay, I just wanted to fix this part. It's driving me a bit nuts here. Just to let you know, like with the lips too, that's also another difficult thing. But I work it and work it and work it. Now look, these are tiny faces. I'm normally doing, you know, something a little bit bigger. So that's why a brush like this, although I use this for many things, is fantastic. All right, so I'll fix her nose like I said. Speaking of bucket list, my birthday is next Sunday, turning 60. How on earth did I get there so quick? The years fly by so quick, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Not just for you, Steve, but for all of us, for sure. Okay, let me just do her nose. Just adjusting here. And the nose sort of goes, no, it goes like that. That's the point there. And we have something here. Here we go. That's starting to look a bit better, isn't it? Yep. And now let's fix her eyes. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. G'day Kaomi, how you going? Thanks for popping by. Nice to see you here. Oh, it's wonderful. In the UK, wonderful. What? Wonderful. In the UK, it would be morning there as well, I would imagine. Okay, so what else has happened to me today or this week? Now I'm going to work this quite a bit, and I'll keep on working. And that's the good thing with Pastel Mat. You guys sick and tired of me saying stuff about Pastel Mat? I'm sure. See you later, Jeff. Thanks for popping by, mate. Always a pleasure having you here. Take it easy. Hope to see you again soon sometime. Wendy says, Aussies live in the future, so you will know how your day is going by asking an Aussie. That's right, because we'll get the weather patterns first, don't we? Doesn't it go that way while you guys are going this way? No, joking. I'm only joking. Night, Jeff. No snoring, please. You know what, Nanette? You're too quick. Too quick-witted for me. I can't think of them quick enough. See, even when I'm using the pastel pencil, you could blend with your brush. Just so you know. And look, it is slower than you would normally use than with, say, using something like that. It is, but I just get a whole heap of control. So now, as you can see, this side and this side you use for blending, like you would, you know, like for example a mop brush with oils or acrylics, the same way. I'm gonna have to fix her eyes. Oh, g'day Vivian, nice to see you here. Hello all. Chrissy, I just found you on YouTube, amazing how you work with synthetic brushes. Oh, wonderful, thank you for popping by, it's nice to see you here. Kaomi says, makeup brushes are perfect for pastel. Yes, they are, aren't they? They're fantastic. You know, I mean, I've just found this type, but I'm sure that there's a whole heap more. So, you know, if somebody finds other ones, I'd love you to share. Let us all know. Okay, so this is a bit too purple for me at the moment, so I'm going to but you can see the purple in the just underneath the chin there, which is nice. And they blend so beautifully. Hello Shiny says, I don't know anyone who uses makeup brushes for makeup. Who's got the time? Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, all right. So let me work on her eyes so she doesn't look weird, because she's looking a bit weird like that. So I'll just fix her eyes. I'm just trying to find the right color to do that with. See, all this is hair here, so that will be covered sort of. So, but I just need to get this part of her eye done properly. Kayomi says, use the Sennelier pastel brushes. They are good also, but if you want to save money, very soft makeup brushes, yes. Oh, I thought she said a glass eye. What did I say? Oh, what did I say? I don't know anyone who... A glass eye? Me, did I say a glass eye? Did I really? It's the way I talk. Okay, the Sennelier pastel brush. All right, looks like I got homework. I thought that I was going to get away with someone giving me homework. I'm writing this down, Kayomi, okay? Because if I don't write it down, I'll forget. Okay. I'll check that out. Okay. Yeah, and she's got a bit of eyeshadow, this one. Do I give her eyeshadow? Okay, she's got eyeshadow. And it's sort of like a mauvey purple. You forget even when you do write it down. Yes. Yes. But I try not to. You know what? I tell you, I have got notes. Look, I've still got them. Look at them all. See, I've got all my notes from all the things that you guys tell me. All the things that you guys tell me. Notes. I don't forget them. They're still here. Yeah, so there. But yes, Wendy, you're right. I wrote notes. Use your notepad on your phone. Yes, I will. I do that for other things, actually. I write notes, then throw them away. It's great. Okay, so. Okay. So I'm just there we go. Doesn't your goat eat notes? No, the sheep eats paper. The goat is more fussy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So funny. Actually, I'm liking how this is turning out, actually. So far, so good. And I've got to make sure that my pencil here, now that I'm going to be doing stuff in the eye, is sharp. Oh, there you go, look. Oh, goodness me. It got stuck. The pastel got stuck. That doesn't happen very often with this sharpener, but it did this time. Hang on a sec. Goats and notes sound better though. Hello Shiny says, the goat actually is obsessed with my fluffy cat and bites her fur off and chews it. Oh, you are kidding me. Goats, notes and totes. Poor cat. I'd say poor cat. I wouldn't want to be the cat. No way. Okay. The cat hides under the chair now. She only likes the fluffy cat though. I did a video on her YouTube. Hello Clover. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that now. Yeah, the eyes are always a thing, aren't they? Sorry, I'm just concentrating. I just want to make sure that I get this right. And it says, I have Chrissy on my big TV and my cat is watching it. I have to avert her eyes when you said that about the goat. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think, and then Hello Shiny says, oh yeah, I think I tilted the video Buckingham Palace or something. Huh? What's that? Oh my goodness. Okay. See, that's the thing with pastel pencils. Got to make sure that they're always sharp. Hence the sharpeners that I've been talking about lately. So Komi says, I have a new Newfoundland dog and a Labrador. Oh wow. It's a lot of work, isn't it? I find it hard looking after children, let alone the dogs or pets. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right, let me see. Let's have a look so far. So let me just pull all this, oh gosh, let me pull all this away so you can see. So far what we've got is the fair skin lady. So hopefully by the time I'm finish, when I'm going to be working on it a little bit more, I think, because what I might do is just, I think I'm thinking of wrapping it up. I just had a look, I'm streaming for about a couple of hours. I didn't realize it's just gone by so quick. But just so you can see, I mean, I didn't put too much detail here, but I just wanted you to see what kind of colors I use for skin tones for a fair skin. And I will continue to work this this lady here, this gorgeous black woman here. She's just gorgeous. She's just absolutely gorgeous. But I think what I might do is just call it an evening, a day, and I just wanted to say, you know, thank you to all of you that have popped by in the live stream. I just love hanging out with you guys and appreciate your time. And I just wanted to just have a quick look before I go. Yes, they are drawing nights and at arts. Steve says, loved your mermaid. They are, Nanette says, they are furniture with fur. Oh my goodness. Hello Shiny says, Ace, and do something cool like have animals like a huge dog and a small horse together. I know that you've got a lot of animals. But yeah, look, anyway, look, I just wanted to say, look, thank you so much. I'll leave the stream here and I'll continue and to work with this. And the next time I'll stream, I'm going to do olive skin complexion. But just to let you know what colors I use for today before I wrap it up. This is the burnt umber group. Sorry, burnt umber, raw umber extra dark, the shade raw umber tint. So that's all that group. I used red iron oxide extra dark. I used the tint to lighten it up. I also used burnt sienna extra dark. I didn't use that. I used the violet extra dark. I used the magenta extra dark. I used orange shade and the tint, orange tint. And I think I may have used a little bit of orange extra dark. So just so you know, this one actually needed more than what I normally would have thought of. Just that's all I wanted to say, you know. Just letting you know. Of course, you know, this lady, she's got a bit of like purple in her skin, like I said before, and so I needed to dig out a few other pans which I thought would do justice for her. But anyway, guys, just wanted to say thank you so much, and until the next time, bye for now.